Alright guys, we are up. It looks very choppy. I'm going to work on the video stream here, quality, but we are up. We're bringing the picture at least. Little difficulty with the video early due to the lack of Wi-Fi here, so we're running off a hotspot, which is also making it difficult. So Pens are trailing 2-0, 2 quick goals. First shot and third shot of the game. Getting past the squish tender, not a good start for him. See if the Pens could turn this around and make this a little bit more of a game here early on. We'll keep bringing you the camera feed. I'm going to go quiet for a minute just to see if we can get a better feed for you guys. Alright, I think we're good. Production software keeps crashing on us. We're going to do the best we can to bring you as much of this game as possible. There's 5 minutes to play in period number 1. Your Pens elite Team Nooch trails 3-0 early in this one. Pens play deep into the Barons zone. Pressured behind by Palladino. Palladino works to look it out in front. Stopped along the wall. Sent back in by the Pens. Behind the net, the Barons look to come out with it. Barons probably only have 7 shots, but they've got 3 goals off of them. 2 of them, 1 a rebound, 1 out in front. Didn't see the first one. Came up the right wing for Zachy. Zachy centers for Palladino, just off his stick, and back come the Barons. They come up the right wing side, into the Pen zone. Pulling up at the half wall, firing one, blocked nicely by Pegley. Pegley will work it up ice towards Palladino. Now Pegley, through center, 2-on-2 develops. He's got it on his backhand, he pulls it to the right. Firing one towards the net, blocked off. Palladino in behind to get it. He centers off the back of the net. We have a whistle. We have a cross check. Cross check, and you know what that means, folks. Graphics time. As we go to the Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. 3:03 to play in the first period. Pens trail 3-0, but they'll have 2 minutes with the extra man. Face off by Zachy, one to the corner for Hassencope. Hassencope flips it out inside. Still wagging there. Great stop by the goalie. With the back of the stick. Keeping that one out of the net. Great stop there. The rebound was there. Stillwagon had the top end, and he was robbed. Highway robbery. Baru and Pegley the D. Hasselcope, Zachy, and Stillwagon up front. Zachy on the draw. Gets it to Hasselcope. Nice face-off win there. Hasselcope plays it wide, looking for Stillwagon. He finds him. He'll send it towards the net. That's blocked off. Back to Hasselcope. He's got the puck. Controlling. Battled for there. Forced along the boards. Sent in behind by the Pens. Zachy stepping up the pressure. Played around him, and they look to break out, but there's Baru in the way. Baru keeps it for a second, but back come the Barons. 2:21 to play in the first period. We'll recount the game at the intermission. Up comes Pegley. Pegley and Baru. The D pair leading the rush. Gets it to Baru. Baru's shot. Fanned on. Sent to the sidewall. Out comes the Barons. Centering pass. Played out in front. Defended off nicely by Ulowitz. Comes across and squished there for the stop. Unable to hold it. It goes in behind to Pegley. Pegley up for Hasselcope. Just past his reach, but he'll skate into it. Carries with speed. Cuts to the middle. He's got a step. He's tripped. It'll be a power play if they don't score here. Puck is touched, and the Pens will go back on the 7. While they're still on the 7 field goal management, maybe a 5-on-3 for 27 seconds before it'll continue in a 5-on-4. Ulowitz, Straub, Goldberg, Kumnick, and Lohr. Your 5 power play unit for the Pens. It's Goldberg to Kumnick. Kumnick winds and fires. Blocked out in front. Rebound covered. Ulowitz is there, but it's covered nicely and held on to. Face off one towards Straub. Kumnick gets there. Kumnick fires down low, deflected just wide. Goldberg back on the puck. 5-on-3 power play for 7 more seconds. Again, it's Kumnick. He steps in, looks for Straub, forces it forward. Ulowitz off the post. Pressured in behind. Barons get the puck. First power play over. It's a 5-on-4 picked up by Kumnick. Kumnick wrist one off the side of the net. Back out front for Straub. Straub battling, turning with it. Ulowitz fans on the shot, but it comes to Goldberg. He sends one just wide. And the Barons will look to clear. Pens with quite a few chances there. 40 seconds left in the period, and the Barons on the rush. A shot from the outside. Wide to Squish. Gets over for the rebound off the side of the net. Picked up by Goldberg. He's got speed, and he's got what will be a 3-on-1. 27 seconds left. Plenty of time here. Cuts outside, inside. Fires one off the cage and into the safety netting behind. A stop and play. A great rush by Goldberg. 20.3 to play in the period. 51 to play on the power play. Ulowitz wins the draw back. Just out of the reach of Avolia. Avolia sends it cross ice to his D partner, Baru. Baru will wind it into the zone. Left wing side. He winds and fires off the crossbar. Ulowitz gathers it in behind. Looks to center. And that horn will end period number 1. Pens with some late power play pressure there. But the early goals by the Barons gives the Cleveland Barons a 3-0 lead. So a number of video issues to start off. My apologies for that. Most of the issues came from the lack of Wi-Fi here, so doing the best we can to bring you the feed. I think we have everything resolved now. But we were not able to get to the perch. We have a very nice place to bring you the game from high above Barons Arena here. Very nice place to bring you the game from, but we could not get in until about 3 or 4 minutes before game time. So we did the best we could to get set up and get the game streaming, and then we had 3 programs crash and restarted. The computer crashed, the program crashed twice, and finally, about halfway through the period, we were able to bring you the game. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you the rest of it. A rough start here for the Pens. A weekend where this won't be the only Cleveland-Pittsburgh matchup, as the Steelers will play the Cleveland football team tomorrow in the NFL playoffs. This is the second game between the Pens and Barons. The Barons bring it in to the offensive zone, sent wide to Squish. The Barons winning the first one today, a 5-1 final. I was unable to attend that game and bring it to you live, but Pens played well from what I understand and got timely goaltending from Isaac Helsel in that game. 22 seconds into period number 2, we have an icing on the Pens. The Pens still with 9 seconds left on this power play. A power play that's seen them have quite a bit of pressure here in the Barons' end. A number of scoring chances. This face-off won by Cleveland. Cycle cross ice, looking, winding, firing, fought off by Squish. A nice save there. Blocker down. And out comes Zachi. Zachi carries up through center. Power play over for the Pens. Zachi gets the puck, runs into Palladino. Nice to have Palladino back in the lineup. He's pressured on the left wing side. He goes down. Zachi there. His pressure forces the turnover up top to Lohr. Lohr sends one in behind for Hassenkope. Hassenkope getting there. He turns out of pressure. Looks in front. Falls down as he centers. And back come the Barons. The Barons able to clear past the line. It will be far enough for icing. And with 11:50 to play, in period number 2 of an offensive zone draw, the Barons are in white with red shoulders, black pants, white socks with red and black stripes, and black helmets. Your Penguins in their black jerseys with a gold penguin on the chest, black pants with gold stripes, black socks with gold stripes, and the iconic gold Pens lead helmet. This face-off one back to Avolia. His shot just wide. Goldberg there to follow up with a rebound after a centering pass by Ulowitz from behind the net. Ulowitz keeping the pressure on. Cleveland able to work it to the left wing side, but unable to exit the zone cleanly just yet. They will shoot it down, but they're going to call no ice. Avolia back to get the puck. He turns out of it, sends it up to Straub. Straub looking. He centers. A nice play to Goldberg. It'll be Goldberg and Ulowitz on a 2-on-1. Goldberg tries to go around one, shoots one in low, and covered by Cleveland. Another chance there for the Pen. Let's hope they can pot one by here and get this game feeling a little bit better. Ty Avolia fires one towards the net. It's blocked by Cleveland, but there's Ulowitz to battle. He sends it further. The Barons will break it out the right-hand side this time. Pressure from Brody Straub. He falls down on the play. And the Barons come in 3-on-1. Winding, firing over the head of Squish. And they look to break it out. Played up into the middle by Ulowitz for Kumnik. Kumnik will exit the zone. He's got speed down the right. He's got Avolia with him. The defenseman on the rush again. Somebody's got to cover that D spot. It'll be Straub and Goldberg doing so. Nice job by those two. It's played back to center for Goldberg. He'll fire it up ice looking for Ulowitz. Cut off by Cleveland. Straub will try this time, and he'll get it through to the Cleveland zone. Indirect pass off the boards, and Cleveland exits their end. Played to the right wing side. As they enter the Penguin zone, a shot sent wide of the net. Avolia there. He clears one towards Straub. Gathered in by the Barons. That shot high and off the top of the cage. Avolia there to get that. He's run into. Puck pops free to Kumnick. He's unable to exit the zone. Cleveland turns, a 2-on-0 coming. That shot fought off by Squish. He covers. Dug out from under his mitt. Kumnick gets possession, and the Pens will have a penalty. We have a tripping call. And that trip's going to go to 63 Straub on the trip. So the Pens will have a penalty to kill here. Stillwagon to take that draw on the PK. Work back to the point. Shot up high over the blocker side. Rebound pops back out in front, but comes right to Pegley. He looks to clear the zone and will do so. Firing it up ice towards Palladino. Palladino gave his teammate a whack there, but able to dislodge the puck. Barons will carry it up and in. Weaving through two. Looking, firing. Fought off, I believe, stick side. Back to the point. Played into the corner. Pegley gets there. Pegley will battle. The Barons turn with it. Bodied off by Stillwagon nicely. Palladino pops free. Tried to go around one. It was turned back by the Barons. They'll send it back into the Pens end where it's collected by Pegley. He's up for Stillwagon. Nice pass there. Stillwagon indirect off the boards. He's bodied off. Followed on by Palladino. Palladino into the corner. Palladino shoved the player, and back come the Barons. They've got a 4-on-2 here. Pegley and Baru back for the Pens. Crisscrossing. And they're going to have to regroup as they go in off sides. Cycling back towards Palladino, and he's able to dump it down into the other end. No ice. Not far enough. Comes free to Stillwagon. He chips it forward. It's pops free, and it's a 1-on-1. Onto the backhand. Fought off by the pad of the Squish and gathered in by Baru. He'll rush it up the left. He's got Palladino with him. Blazes by. Fires one off the blocker side. Played up, and out come the Barons. Lohr gets there to break up the potential 2-on-0. Coming off the bench was the defenseman Lohr. Played D to D by Cleveland. Played up to the right wing side. Palladino there to pressure the Barons and take possession. He's able to clear the zone and send it down. No ice on the play, not far enough. Kumnick in on the pressure. Kumnick forces the puck in behind. That forces a turnover to Straub. It bounces off his stick. He stays in the battle, though, working hard. Penalty obviously up for the Pens. 7:12 to play. The Barons able to clear the zone past Zachy. Straub carries the puck across the blue line. Sends it up to the Barons' blue line. We'll have pressure behind from Zachy. His pressure forces a misplay. Goldberg there, can he get control? Able to battle and force it further into the Barons' end. It'll be Zachy. Barons play it D to D behind the net. Gets caught up by the Zamboni door. Goldberg will pressure again. Penn's doing a good job keeping it in. The Barons are able to clear. And as they do, it's a 2-on-1. A back-checking Zachy trying to make it a 2-on-2 with a poke check from Kumnick. And up ice come the Pens. A 3-on-2. Crisscrossing with Goldberg at center. Drags it back in front. He'll fire off the glove side. Goldberg gets to the rebound. He'll fire one cross crease. And the Barons clear the heat out of a hot kitchen. Pens with a couple chances there. Kumnick plays it up. It'll be Lohr. Spinning into the offensive zone. Centers it for Hassenkope. Lohr comes away with it again. Now it's Hassenkope in the corner. He's down. Lohr gets to the puck. Keeps it in the Barons zone. But the Barons will gather the puck, regroup, and get the breakout. Down the left wing side, a 3-on-3 develops. A centering pass behind the stick of the Cleveland player as they turn it back the other way. Poked off his stick by Lohr. Zachy will battle in the corner. Centering pass off his skating. Back comes Goldberg. Goldberg, Hassenkope, and Avolia on the rush. 3-on-3. Goldberg tries to cut to the middle. Pops off his stick. Just past Avolia. Brought in by Zachy. Zachy loses possession, and back come the Barons. They have a guy up ice who ends up in offsides. He had the breakaway, but they didn't move the puck fast enough. 5:08 to play. 3-0. Barons lead the Pens. Here off the shores of Lake Erie, just outside of the city of Cleveland, better known as the Mistake by the Lake, home of the Cleveland Browns and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. One of those things represents talent. The other is the Cleveland Browns. Palladino pressures the puck at center ice, forcing the play to Straub. Straub will battle there, and it'll pop free to Kumnik. Kumnik finds Straub. Straub finds Pegley, and Pegley finds himself in a 2-on-1. Played into the corner for Pegley. He'll center just off the stick of Palladino, and back come the Barons. They ramble through center ice. A centering pass there. Straub trying to break that up. He drives in on the backhand. Saved by Squish. Looking to wrap it around. Chipped off his stick by Pegley. Pegley carries wide. Fires it up. Finds Palladino. He's got Ulowitz with him. 2-on-1. Forced wide. And recovered by the Barons. And they'll come back up ice. And I believe we're going to have, yes, another penalty on the Penguins. I think this will be a slash. After getting the puck taken from him, Palladino whacked him. And the back official is able to see it, call it, and the Pens will head to the penalty kill. They killed the last one with 3:55 to play in period number 2. 3-0 Cleveland. All the scoring early. Pens have been much better since about halfway through the first period. Face off by Ulowitz. Pop free to Cleveland. Ulowitz gets back to it, and he's able to clear it out past the blue line. Cleveland brings it back in. Ulowitz sends it back out, and the Pens have a break. It's Straub and Ulowitz, 2-on-1. Straub centers it high above the head of Ulowitz. But that'll take some time off this PK for Pittsburgh. Cleveland works it into the left wing corner. They look to center, off of a stick, gathered by Ulowitz, having a real good penalty kill here. He takes it out of the Pen zone, finds Straub. Straub finds Lure. 3 Pens deep in the zone now. On the PK, up steps Kumnik to try to keep it in, and does. Kumnik will regain possession, send it back into the Barons zone, and in after it, Ryan Lure. He's got Ulowitz out front, looking, centering. Chopped down in front was Ulowitz, and back come the Barons. They have at least a 3-on-2. Lure back checking, stepping in, firing, and the glove saved by Squish. 51 seconds to play in the penalty kill. Squish comes up big on that one. A high glove save. I wish I would have remembered and I'd have popped that up on replay for us, but I did not. Straube wins the draw towards Hassenkope. He falls. Barons get the puck. Their shot blocked nicely by the Pens D. Hassenkope back to it. Loses possession on the right wing side. Centering pass. Skitters through. But the Barons gain possession. They look to come back in front. A nice centering pass waved at. Back to the point. Point man fires. Stick on puck by Stillwagon. Sends it in behind the net. Now it'll be Hassenkope. He stops and starts. Carries it up through the middle. Turned aside but maintains possession. He'll dangle again. Pops it free to Baru. Baru up the left. Looking for Avolia up ice. Avolia steps around one. 6 seconds on the PK. Sends one towards the net. Blocked off, and back come the Barons. Out of the net come the Penguins. And Squish with the save and cover. Pens played about 5-6 seconds with a 5-on-4 after the power play was over. Didn't get that fifth player on the ice for a while there. Penn's short a player right now. I don't think they still realized the penalty was over. Minute 49 to play. Face off for Zachy. He plays it off to Pegley. Played back out in front, pops to the high point. Shot coming from the Barons, fought off by Squish. Rebound, poked high. We got to get that and clear that man out. Squish with the initial save on the shot from the point. The kid roofs the rebound. Give him a 4-0 lead. It'll be Zachy, Straube, and Goldie, with Pegley and Lorzy on the back end. Goldie into the zone. He's straight bodied. No call. As the Barons will play a D-to-D behind the net. Laid up to Straub. Laid around by the Barons. Right to the stick of Goldberg, but it pops off his stick and in come the Barons on a break. Saved by Squish. Rebound out front. Squish battles. Gets covered up by someone. And we're going to stop and play a D-zone draw. Nobody's worse for wear on that one. 1:01 to play in the period. A much better period for the Pens here. It'll be Straub with the puck pressure. 2 block shots by Straub. And now it's the stick of Goldberg. He busts up ice. He's got a 1-on-1 with a back checker, and that back checker will win. Coming around the right wing side. Played over. Shot on net. Squish back in his net a bit. Luckily, that one goes wide. Avolia goes around one. Sends it up for Zachy. Avoli again. This time he centers it right to a Baron. Squish makes the first save, diving back to try to get a second. The Penguins centered it from behind their own cage, right to a Baron, point blank range. Squish again got the first. Diving back, trying to get the second. And 5-0 Barons. Pens played into the Barons' end. Turned back the other way. And on sides is Cleveland. Centering pass. Broken up by Zachy. Kumnik there. And that horn will end period number 2. Barons lead 5-0. Here's the lineup for your 2011 Pens Elite.
Number 1, Squishy Evans, St. Killian's Parish School.
Number 12, Maddox Pegley, Todd Green Elementary. Number 14, Grayson Baru, and I go to Elwood City School District.
Number 21, Ty Avoya, Fort Charlie Elementary. My number's 24. My name is Andrew Hazelcoat, and I go to Mars Elementary. 28, Hunter Stillwagon, West Mifflin School District.
Number 34, Austin Tunick, Hayden Elementary. 47, Isaac Helsel, Knox School.
Number 58, Boyden Yolitz from McCormick Elementary.
Number 61, Ryan Moore, Hayden Elementary.
Number 63, Brody Straub, Avalon Elementary.
I'm number 83, Lucas Ashley, and I go to Mars Area School District.
Number 89, Philip Palladino, J.H. Brooks Elementary.
97, Nathan Goldberg, Penn Trafford.
And we are back here live for the third period. 13 minutes on the clock. Barons lead 5-0. Does Squish have it? Let's freaking hope so. He's got it. No goal. Squish with a save there. Keeping it at a 5-goal differential. Popped up ice, it's Palladino. And Baru. Turning with it, the Barons. They pressure. Yulowitz makes the play there. He'll chip it up for Palladino. They're into the offensive zone come the Pens. 1-on-2 with some back pressure. But now he's got some help. Pens got a nice change in behind. Good quick change. Baru with the puck. He's around one. Carries in behind the net. Looks to center off the back of the cage. Battled forward, won by Stillwagon. He'll play it in behind. Opposite side, and we take another penalty. The Pens take another penalty. A trip at the side of the net. Puck was working its way back to their own point. And we just hauled down a player. And now the Pens will be back on the penalty kill. With 12:04 to play in the third, trailing 5-0. Barons into the Pens end on the power play. Lure breaks it up. Comes to Zachi. Zachi tries to go around one. It works itself free to Kumnik. Kumnik looked for Goldberg just past his reach, and back in come the Barons. Driving around Kumnik. Getting it in towards the middle. Broken up. Back for Goldberg. Goldberg's around, and he's in on a break. From center ice in, he's got a breakaway. He stops. He fires off the cage of the Baron goalie. A great chance there for the Pens, short-handed. 35 seconds into the PK. It's Nate Goldberg firing one right off the cage of the Baron goalie. Zachi to take the draw. Turns it towards Goldberg. His shot blocked out front. And back come the Barons. In the feet of a player, it pops free again to Goldberg. Another short-handed risk. The Barons bring it back. Sent wide to the netminder. Played back to the point. Barons unable to get it in on net. But the Pens are unable to clear. It'll be Kumnik getting back to it. Kumnik battles, gets it in his skates. Lure pops free. Puck pops right to the front of the Pens net. Fired from the point. Fought off and put in a corner nicely by Squish. Puck back to the point man. From the left point, Kumnik challenges the play. He's able to block it. It ends up in his paraphernalia, and he drops it and goes. He's around one. He's got Lure back door. Turns, passes, looking for Lure, who falls down on the one-time attempt. Goldberg in after it now. He'll battle and come away with it. One-on-one chance here. Goldberg turning, looking, firing back for Lure again. Unable to get through. Cut off nicely by the Barons D. Now it's Zachi. Zachi in the corner. He works it up high towards Lure. Lure tries to play it deep. It's picked off. And back come the Barons. It'll be a 2-on-1. Avolia forces him wide, but it's now a 2-on-0. Firing up high and over the net. Barons D gets it at the left point. Work the center point. Squish comes out nicely. Blocked by Zachi. Penguins penalty over. And it's Stillwagon up ice. He fires one off the shin pad of a defender. Nice block there by the Barons D. And the Barons look to counter. 3-on-2 into the zone. And they'll enter offsides, no call. Centering pass cut off by Lure. Lorzy to the wall. He turns, sends it up ice. Strawby there. He pops it up the left wing side, interfered with a bit. And the Barons turn it back no further than Baru. Got a player in the zone offsides, and Avolia comes away with it. He's chopped down, and we'll have a power play. With 9:07 to play in period number 3, the Pens will head to another Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. Ulowitz, Straub, Palladino, Avolia, Baru, your 5. Back to Avolia. Knocked off his stick for Baru. His clearing attempt blocked. Carried on by the Barons. Short-handed. A wraparound attempt. Defended nicely by Ulowitz. Picked up by Palladino. And carried out to center. Baru collects there. Penn's defenseman plays it off the wall to Palladino. Palladino into the left wing corner. Turns with it. Sends it towards Ulowitz. He tries to send it towards the net, but it's cut off. And back come the Barons. Short-handed are the Barons. They get it out to center until Baru plays it back in. The Barons will drive up the right wing side. Short-handed again. Looking for another wraparound. Fought off by Squish this time. Battle in behind. Ulowitz will win it, and Avolia will carry it out. He looks for Palladino. It's off a defender, but he gathers it in and carries it up ice. He's got it up the right wing side. Looks to curl back inside. Pushes it towards the net. Doesn't get through. And the Barons will carry it out behind. Pens are missing the defenseman. I think it's Avolia who is deep. The Barons will streak up the middle, split the D, but it was forced into the corner. A nice back check by Palladino. Will clear it to the side. There's Avolia. A slap shot sent wide of the cage. And Pegley fights it off. Unable to clear the zone. Worked up to Palladino. Palladino will turn it and send it all the way down on the power play. For icing. It was supposed to be. It is icing. The coach literally dragging a kid off the ice. 16 seconds left on the power play. 7:23. The Cleveland coach was trying to make a line change and his kid didn't come. So he grabbed the player by the jersey and grabbed him, pulled him back on the bench. D-zone draw for Zachy. To the corner for Pegley. Pegley finds Hassencope and out come the Pens. Hassencope up the right wing side. 7 seconds left on the Penguins power play. Pens able to get in the zone. Battled for there. Pops free to Goldberg. Power play over. Shot comes in. Stopped and saved nicely by Cleveland and covered. Zachy the draw, wins it over to Hassencope. Played up and offsides by a mile. No call on the late shot by the Barons. Face off outside the Penguin blue line. Controlled by Cleveland and taken up the left wing side. Pressure there by Lohr. Lohr and Pegley. Pegley will come away with it. Turn back to the Barons. They look to center. Pens need to pressure that. It'll be Lohr. Centering pass broken up. And Lohr will come away with the puck. Firing up ice to Zachy. Zachy finds Goldberg. Pens have a 3-on-2. Goldberg drives wide. He's got help to the inside. Centers it for Zachy. His shot just wide. What a play by the Pens there. Played back to the point man Pegley. Cut off by Hassencope and popped free by Cleveland. It'll be Lohr on the back check, breaking up the play briefly. But they turn out to a 3-on-1. Fired backdoor. Squish comes across with the blocker and a big save. Penzel fire out of the zone with Pegley to Goldberg. Goldberg in on sides. He's got Hassenkope with him. 3-on-3 develops. Turning. Wristing. Hassenkope gets the puck. He finds Goldberg. Goldberg fires. Blocked in front by Cleveland. And back come Cleveland again. Through one. Through two. And a nice play by Lure to chop at the puck and stop it from getting on net. Played up the right side and gathered by Cleveland. They'll look to reset at center. Carrying up into the pen zone. Pressure from Avolia around him. In. Shot. Short side. And that one beat squished like a rented mule. 6-0 Barons. Ulowitz on the draw. He's got Stillwagon and Palladino. Kumnik and Avolia. Stillwagon plays it up for Ulowitz. Popped free to Stillwagon. Stillwagon will drive forward. He's knocked down. Comes free to Kumnik, who looks for Ulowitz, but it doesn't get through, and Ulowitz hauls him down from behind. And with 4:46 to play, we head back to the penalty kill. 6-0 Barons lead, and we got a penalty to kill here now. Barons win the draw. Carrying it wide to the right. Stopping and pulling up. Looking to cycle back. Palladino challenges, but the Barons come away with it. Possessing in the corner. Pressured there by Stillwagon. Sent up. Shot from the point over the net. And the Barons turn with it on the right. Two guys wide open in front. One-timer fanned on. Puck cleared by Palladino. Not far enough for icing. A minute 25 left on the PK. Pressure from Stillwagon. Great job there. Pops free for a second. But the Barons are back on it. And they carry it into the zone. Wide to the right. Shot stopped by the glove of Squish. And brought out by Baru. Baru one-handed out of his zone. Carries it back to the middle. Knocked off his stick. And the Barons are back on it. A 2-on-2 into the zone. Firing. Squish with the glove. Glove save from Squish. Player streaking down the right-hand side on the power play. 54 seconds left on that power play. Goldberg to take the draw shorthanded. Won by Cleveland. Possessed there. Sent to a player to the side. Shot off the side of the net. Pegley there. Popped free on Baru. Past the stick of Straw, but right to the stick of Goldberg. He's able to clear the zone for the Pens. And he continues on through. Off a bump, he'll fire one just wide. On it is Baru. He finds Goldberg shorthanded. He's had a few shorthanded chances here today. Another one as he possesses. Takes a whack. Curls around. Taking off his stick. The Barons look to counter. Baru cuts it off. Now Straub. Straub at the blue line. And Baru unable to clear the zone before it's played in by Straub. And with 6 seconds left on the PK, 2:52 to play in the period, Ben's looking to get their first one of the game. Goldberg plays it back. Baru sends it forward into the Barons zone. Pressure from Straub forces a turnover, and out of the box comes Ulowitz. He's right on the puck. He turns. He finds Goldberg in the middle. He'll go around two, fire one off the back of the Baron defender. Right back on it, though. Straub battling as well. Gathered in by Pegley. He's brought down on the play, no call. Pops free to Ulowitz. Ulowitz into the offensive zone, finds Goldberg. Nice dish. Nice shot just wide. But right there's Ulowitz back on the puck. He looks to center. Cut off by Cleveland. And they look to clear the zone. Couple crossovers, and they do so. Cut off by Pegley, and Pegley will step into the offensive zone. He's around one. He's hauled down. And now the Pens will be back. Rest of the game if they can't score, but they get the opportunity to go back to the power play. Face off one, shot in from Kumnick. And the Barons will exit the zone. 1-on-3, goes to the right. Carries in deep. Centering pass, cut off by Hassenkope. Hassenkope will carry it up the left side. Cuts back to the middle. He's got Zachy and Palladino with him. He shoots off the backside of, I believe, a Baron defender. It's down in front. Couple shoves, a couple bangs. And we will have a penalty. Both of them. Palladino will go for a slash on the goalie. And number 12 for Cleveland for a rough. So it's still 5-on-4. Pens need another player. Puck one back to Lohr. Lohr finds Kumnick. Kumnick shoots one, deflected, up to the side, and the Pens will score on the power play. A power play goal for your Penguins. Tapped in by Drew Hassenkope, I believe. The shot from the point by Kumnick knocked down. Comes in front. One crack, maybe two. And the Pens are on the board 6-1. Power play goal for your Pens Elite. A 7 Fields Wealth Management power play comes through. Barons wind into the offensive zone. Up 6-1, winding, firing over the head of Squish. Carried in up the left. Stillwagon there. He's body checked to the ice. And we'll go back to the power play yet again. .51 seconds to play in the game. Pens will be on the power play. They have one power play goal here from Barons Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Taking on the Cleveland Barons. Shout out to Zach Pegley for doing the camera work today. And yours truly, the mouth or voice of your Pens Elite Team Nooch, Jeremy Evans. A cinnamon swirl production. Any broadcast, replay, or description of this game is strictly encouraged, as no one owns the rights to any of this stuff. 51 seconds to play. We got a discussion at this scorer's table. Penguins have a power play to come. Hopefully not for the last 51 seconds, because that'll mean they've scored another one. Puck won by Zachy, back for Avolia. He'll carry up the right wing side. Uses his off shoulder to protect the puck and carry around. He looks to center. Off the goalie, right to the stick of Stillwagon. His shot just wide. And the Barons gain possession and look to carry it out. Their pass between the legs of his teammate, but Avolia right there. Avolia plays it off of Barron to Zachy. Zachy for Stillwagon, just past his reach, and the Barons will regroup at their own blue line. Carried up the left, cut off by Hassencope. Brought on by Avolia. Avolia to Zachy. Zachy centers for Hassencope just past his stick. 3, 2, and 1. And that, folks, will end the game 6-1. The Pens take the L. Join us for the next Pens game. Thanks for tuning in.